Good evening, everyone. Um, Apologies for the weird little look right now. I think I have food poisoning. A couple of hours ago, we ordered Chinese, and well, I don't know what's going on, but a couple of hours later, I feel absolutely horrendous. I think it, like I said, I think it might be food poisoning. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to film and the days after that, but I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I've already had to throw up, and my face has all these little spots. I don't know if the camera will pick them up. Yeah, the camera doesn't really pick them up, but yeah, so it is what it is. The hair dye turned out pretty well. It's not the color that I'd hoped to be. I had hoped it to be a lot more vibrant, a lot more bloody red than it is. But it turned out fine, despite the fact that it looked salmon when I put it on. Was actually kind of interesting. The moment I went to wash it off, the tube that I had been in was also very red now, instead of the salmon color that it was when I put it on. So that was interesting. But yeah, it turned out somewhat fine. But like usually, there are a couple of spots that did not dye. This did, but over here is a spot that, yeah, that didn't dye. And there's a little block over here that didn't dye, and some over here, which is usual. They never actually dye. I don't know why. It's a bit annoying. Yeah. So I'm having a bit of a rough night. Hopefully I can get through this video without having to run to the toilet again. Would be fantastic. Pretty sure I have a fever as well. But anyway, I just wanted to check in and say hi, and yeah, if any of my friends are watching, I'm sorry. I know that I have a bit of an issue with keeping in contact. It's not something I do, like, it's not something I mean to do, it just kind of happens. I don't know why it does, but it turns out that a lot of people with autism have the same thing. Like, we just don't talk every day, and then we don't forget about you. You're always in our brains. We just don't always want to talk, or don't want to be the first one to start the conversation, because then we feel awkward or something. Yeah, so again, I'm very soft spoken today. My throat really hurts from throwing up. So there's that. But yeah, I should have some relief for that tomorrow. I ordered some drop, whatever. I don't know what you call it in. I think you call it licorice in the UK or in America. So that should help with softening it a little bit. I don't have anything else in home right now to soften it. But at least my voice is stable for once. Or at least so I notice. It's not cracking up like everywhere like it usually does. Oh, well, now it did. Okay. So yeah, it did put a little bit of a hold on me reading The Great Gatsby because of the pain, because of the throwing up, and yeah, let's hope this doesn't get any worse, because I'm not looking forward to having to do another few days without videos, because my views will go down, my things will go down, and it's not that I care too much about it. It's just that I want to be consistent. I try to be consistent, and I've already been sick for over a week once. It's yeah, it's a bit of a thing. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this year I'm supposed to take a trip in May, and my biggest hope was to go to New York or to England. I don't know which one is going to be, but the way it's looking right now, it's probably going to be England. Mostly because I now know more people there than I do New York. Even though New York is the birthplace of my birth father, and I was hoping to just see the place where I could have sort of grown up if my mom had stayed with him or whatever. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of curious what New York City is like. Like, hmm, what New York City is like when you're actually there. Not like on the TV or on um, on YouTube, I suppose. Just something I want to experience firsthand. But right now, it looks like England is the better option because it's a lot cheaper. I've had a lot of expenses lately, and so my trip funds that I call them, I had put some aside. It would have been enough, but it's not going to be enough now. So that's sad because if you go to New York City, it's a lot more expensive than to go to England. So I think it's gonna be England, which is fine with me. I mean, I love England as much as I love New York. New York is just mostly curiosity about my family kind of place, like roots. But England is such a peaceful place, and I do hope to move there one day or move to America. But I don't think America will ever be a good idea. I mean, the stories that I've heard of people actually hearing gunshots, like I've never heard that before. I've never heard a real gunshot in my life or whatever. The closest thing I've come to hearing a gunshot or an explosion is literally just the fireworks on New Year's Eve. But yeah. So aside from that, there is nothing that I would relate to hearing some kind of shot. Yeah. Hmm. I was going to say something, but I forgot. Just I'm having a little bit of a headache now. Let's just start rolling in. I don't know where that comes from, but okay. Probably fever related. Um, yeah, it's kind of funny. On the video, you don't see it at all, but my face is really covered in these little spots, like everywhere, like on my eyelids, but they're not showing as much, which I suppose is a good thing because I was a little bit self-conscious about that. But yeah, so yeah, a little bit of a bad-ish video, but I suppose it's okay. I mean, good days and bad days, right? Um, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for this video because most people don't watch at this point anyway. It's usually about 2 minutes and 40 seconds that people watch. So anyway, have a great day. And for those of you who came from LA, or who have friends and family in LA, if you're watching, I am so sorry that this has happened to you and your family. I wish you all the best. I wish you the best that I can do. I've been donating to the fire department, to what was it called, Cal Fire, and I'm just hoping that you can find a place. I hope that everything will be okay, but I don't know, the whole LA thing, even from a Dutch perspective, like especially for us, I suppose, that's one hell of a terrifying thing because we don't have wildfires at all. I don't think if I was had heard of a wildfire. I mean, there's one time where there was a wildfire, or at least they thought it was, but that's because me and my dad were in the woods and we did not properly put out the fire. And when it got out of control, we hauled ass, and I was like 5 or 6 at that point. Yeah, whoops, we never did it again. It was a very, very small fire though. It never reached anything. basically stayed in place, but they got that pretty fast. Mainly because nothing else here ever burns, or rarely, anyway. But anyway, I'm rambling again. Have a good night, morning, evening, day, and I hope that I will be back tomorrow. If not, I'm very sorry. I will try to be here as much as I can. If I feel good tonight, I'm probably gonna pre-record something just so I can make sure to be able to upload something, even if I cannot upload tomorrow, if I'm able to. Um, yeah. So again, have a good night, morning, evening, day, and we'll see you next time. I love you.